Hello there, friends. And a few days ago, I posted a video of me doing something I have never seen before, or probably knew you either. It kind of just looks like you have some insane tracking on your Shiver Strike. I can actually explain this in a little bit more detail than I could when I posted the video. First of all, this is not something you want on your game. If you do, your PC might be either infested by a virus, either you have cheats, or either you, well, in my case, you have a GPU problem. The GPU problem was luckily nothing more than outdated drivers, and the fact that this could happen is kind of surprising. And the only reason I know is because when I tried to relaunch the game after my game crashed with the error code broccoli, which is a outdated GPU driver, fried GPU, whatever it might be, I got a kernel modification has been detected by the anti-cheat, which also could be because outdated drivers. Now, the scary part is if you get a kernel modification detected, that could mean you could have malware. Um, your motherboard might be fried. Um, you might have an anti-cheat messing with your current PC, or of course you have outdated drivers. There's many causes to something like this, and it will tell you to reinstall your PC, which I wouldn't do, but I figured it out. I managed to do it. All I had to do was update my NVIDIA drivers. But let's talk about how this works. Now, there isn't much you actually need to do once you get it. If you want to optimize and maximize the distance you go, you want to make sure you look slightly to the left. Just shiver your mouse, you just jiggle it back and forth leftwise. And then you want to make sure that the path you're going is to the right. Because I don't know what it is, but it's definitely linked to the camera angle of how you're looking at it. Because if I turn to the right, my game would be fine. It would be like nothing ever happened, but if I do it to the left specifically, jiggle it too, jiggling seemed to increase the effectiveness, it would just magnetize me towards the right. And you could kind of optimize this in many ways, where you would make sure that the path you are headed is to your right and you will just go as far as you possibly could across the map. This is definitely faster than most other things. It's almost like well skating. It's kind of insane. But if you wanted to replicate this, you probably will not, and if you could replicate it, you have serious issues or you're simply cheating. So I just wanted you to know. I don't think this will ever be possible on a console unless your console is fried, but on a PC you might need to look into some problems. My game was surprisingly running fine even though this was happening, and the big shocker was that I didn't know what was going on. People in my game didn't know what was going on. I've never seen this before. But shameless plug, if you were watching my stream, you would have known. Anyway, I'm just messing with you. There's not much else to explain here. Simply, you just jiggle it like almost you're surfing. Just slightly more to the left than the right, and you go to Zimbabwe. Anyway, I'll see you around, and goodbye. I'm gonna be reviewing that SMG, the new one, on stream.